So too, we return to where we once existed, a place beyond time and space where none but the wiser can or will contaminate our fairest and most pure of memories. Still, the arms of time, and the boots of space do stop for none but our deaths, our cessations of breathing, our pausing of thoughts, and the last breaths we will take. But save for the momentous occasion of bringing life back into the world and the birthing of such joyous wonders, how else would we accomplish these feats of glory?
I am saddened. This is to be expected. Will you not ask me why? There is no reason to ask my other self why they are saddened. For if you were saddened, the reason shall, in time, become apparent to me as well. Thusly, you have rescued the answer from the cold grip of the unknown. So easily with a wave of my hand? I should think that no matter the core of the solution, that we should always see the whole situation for what it is. Do you not agree? Among other thoughts, we should seek to further incur the natural chaos of social interaction. Thus are we drawn ever close to our truest of forms. Our oldest. Unfortunately, yes.
So too, thusly does our extant and extant continue within the various follies of mankind, and so society doth continues to wrestle forth, from the grips of obscurity, its own designated future. Are we then subject to the almost ludicrous amount of time spent denigrating and devaluing others based on our own precepts?
Do you know why I brought you here?
I do not.
It is of no consequence to the matter at hand. We are merely strugglers of the universe, are we not?
What do you mean by strugglers? I was on a case with Pump Ranger when you showed up out of the blue. Point your finger at me and tell me that I need to come with your dire consequences would be set afoot. So what are the dire consequences?
That you'd use an expired coupon.
And expired coupon would have been the destabilizing consequence?
Well, yes.
Care to explain?
You see, there are an infinite amount of possibilities that enrapture and entangle us beyond.
I don't care anymore.
It's not a matter if you can or can't. This is the clockwork of the current existence in which you inhabit. We might as well be puppets to a far sinister force out there. Your partner, Pump Ranger, is about to come into some very interesting information, which will finally free you of the curse you've been dealing with for so very long. Wouldn't you like to be able to see the world through your own eyes once again?
You slapped me. You slapped me into another plane of existence. What the fuck?
You know, considering that you recognize this, I thought you'd be a bit more surprised than that. But here we are. Anyways, back at reality for a plate of Mom's spaghetti.
Thusly, have those in the light met. Now, we turn our attention to that most turbulent darkness which oils and screams to undermine our sovereign, the penchant for dismantled destruction, though, in truth, who are we to mitigate the crashing of tides on a beach most pure? Who are you? Who am I? We are as nothing, and yet, we still exist. How? Why? And for what purpose? The gears still continue to yet turn, and those caught between the teeth are ground and flattened till no thought but one is left.
And that's how I lost my face to a box of cling wrap and a possessed hairdryer.
There is something to be said for the way the trip to a random anthill in the middle of an empty industrial complex went, not to mention the fact that not only the Dalai Lama was with you, but the entirety of 98 Degrees was there too. How much did all this cost?
That's the thing. Nothing! I was just trying to buy a can of beer.
Just know that everything happens for a reason. Tell me about your pumpkin head.
You mean, like the movie? Or my actual head?
Your actual head.
Oh, that. Well, I bought this off a homeless guy in San Mateo, yeah. He was high off his balls on a mix of Molly, bath salts, meth, and 2 pumpkin pie-flavored fruit roll-ups wrapped around an old steak.
I'm afraid to ask, and yet you were still going to tell me anyways.
Ha 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 ha. Yes! Anyways, I was at Walmart, and this.
Fuck. This. Bullshit.
Chirp.
I don't pout. It's been too long, hasn't it? Give it to me straight, dog. What do I have?
Well, considering you're a zombie,
and technically you're both dead and alive at the same time, I'd say you have a case of 5th level necromancy.
Only 5th level?
Were you expecting something more? I mean, considering the fact that half your organs should be transplants at this point, I'm very shocked that it's just 5th level necromancy.
But I've been working really hard.
I can't care any more about you than I already have. I do have other cases to work through, you know.
I've already been fired from the Amazon workhouse for cause a surplus of inexhaustible employees. They wanted workers they didn't have to pay, and they gave them the entire world.
Thoughts? Not good.
To the victor go the spoils of war. To the loser, a blade sliding through their neck as easily as water slides through air. The drops of blood leaving their unnoticed mark in history, and moving ever more towards a more inoculated society that breathes in the noxious fumes, as if it were a baby's first breath of air. Lo! The blood-soaked dreadnought that casts its eerie red shadow across the vast field of green.
Do you hate me?
There is nothing to hate / we are mere constructs. Our masters, our creators are the ones with positive or negative attachments. Let us just enjoy this moment of peace.
I guess you're right in a way. We inanimate objects simply repeat what has been taught to us. How are we at fault if the rhetoric is ingested as difficult as a poison pill?
Look upon the glorious splendor that is the universe's gift to all sentient life, single-celled to many-celled. To the one with both endo and exoskeletons, to those that fly, swim, or crawl, to those that prey upon the weaker, and to the weaker for overcoming their natural predators. Who are we? Why are we? What then is our purpose?
We shall never real know, will we? We can't know. What would happen if we did? We'd stop trying to find out, and in those moments, that great, black silence within our minds, we would set course for another great mystery.
What is to come after this small life of ours? Where to will our souls go in search of that great mysterious inkiness of the universe?